Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my dear friends and masters. Welcome to day 19 of intention meditation for Pitamaha Merkaba pyramid. First of all, I would like to convey my deepest gratitude to Sri Sadananda Yogi Ji and our beloved Guru Sri Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji and Swardhamala Patriji and all the masters who joined here in Zoom and YouTube and Astral Masters. And today our guest speaker, Naresh Lingampally from Dallas, Texas.
Thank you.
Yeah. He's a software by professional and a photographer by passion. He got introduced to meditation through his wife, Arunachaleshwari, and he's doing from meditation from last 1 year. So for MMS2, we all know for MMS1 also, but MMS2, he was the main support for all the technical support. He was a main pillar. And recently, Naresh and Aruna, his wife Aruna, they launched PSSM Ignite. Through that PSSM Ignite, they wanted to teach all the people who are interested to learn the technical stuff, flyers and a technical whatever way that could be useful for PSS movement. His goal is to take this PSS movement digitally forward. Really, you are doing such a great job, and in a short time, you are connected so much to this PSS movement, and you are doing so much of service. So it's my honor and pleasure to welcome you, Naresh. Thank you so much. Please take over.
Thank you, Shirishagar. Thank you for that. I'm just one drop in a big ocean of PSS movement along with all of us. Perfect. So let's do a 30-minute meditation, and then we can have a real good conversation about what is my experience with pyramids and how I'm benefiting out of the entire spiritual journey that I've started.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Just 1 minute. Please bring back your body to open your eyes, open your hand, and place it on your eyes. Open your eyes whenever you are ready. And yeah, thank you so much, Naresh Garu. It's beautiful meditation with your energy.
Thank you, Andy.
Yeah, we would like to listen more from you, how you got into meditation and what made you to connect with the pyramids. And you are doing 3D pyramid connectors. So what made you to promote these pyramids? We would like to hear all from you, more from you.
Like most of us, I don't have any different journey getting into spirituality. It is fortunately it was very motivational or motivated, my personal motivated story for me, right? So um let me talk about myself. My full name is Naresh Lingampally, and I hail from southern part of India, which is Nizamabad district, in a town called Armor. Currently, I'm in Dallas, Texas. I'm married and I have two kids. Aruna Chaleshwari is my wife's name. I have two kids, Kartikeya and Meenakshi. Um, Small world, but it's Aruna has been exploring her spiritual side. Her connection with multiple practices within spirituality. Unfortunately, we she learned about PSS movement through YouTube, like most of the masters post or during or post the pandemic, and everything transformed, right? So she started getting it more, knowing, learning more about meditation. She kind of experienced what are the benefits and what are the practices that we have, especially on the simplicity side. And eventually, she turned into a vegetarian. Followed with her, it was my kids. They started meditating and they became vegetarians, and I was standing out as a black sheep, was still eating meat and partially kind of not too spiritual, not too religious kind of a thing. Things change when your surroundings change at home. Automatically there is a question that raises in your in your mind, that uh, what is that, your my wife and my kids are really kind of pushing towards, that I'm not able to see. I started meditating then. Since my meditation, uh, I, I was able to connect. When I was able to connect initial days, I may not know the definitions of what, how, and when to do it, but eventually, as I practiced, I kept on doing the sadhana. There is a clarity, there is a meaning that has come out, right? Eventually, I grew up to a stage where, in the current phase, I meditate every day. I understand what is spirituality and what is service through spirituality. That's very important. And this is all happened through MMS one, MMS two, learning more about what are the practices that we have within PSS movement, and talking to multiple masters through this journey. One definitive aspect that really helped me sustain and really kind of grow stronger in spirituality are definitely, I would say, materialistically it is pyramids. That's how I see it. We should see pyramids as a source of powerful and divine energy, all of us, right? So they're unique geometric shape with apex pointing towards, and I believe it's to harness and amplify the life force energy. Now, this energy, it can be referred as prana, chi, or any energy, right? So it's a vital force that sustains of all livings. And when we meditate with a pyramid, we tap into that powerful energy. I think that's what I've learned during my spiritual journey within pyramids. And doesn't have to be just PSS movement, right? So everyone knows what are pyramids. It's these are not structures that we have to give introduction to, right? It's just that how what is your knowledge on these structures, right? Few even at a point for me, pyramid is what I heard about the Great Giza pyramids based in Egypt. There are a lot of friends and masters who still believe that these pyramids are still tombs, and there are definitely a reason that why pharaohs are placed, or the ancient Egyptians have used them as tombs, right? So there is definitely a reason for that. We may not know, we may not possess the knowledge of what happened then during those ancient times. How did they build it? Why did they build it? And what was the benefit that they reaped out of it? But all I know is, uh, if you're sitting at, if you're meditating within a pyramid, as I said, we tap into that, that powerful energy, the transformative energy, and as if we are sitting in the nexus of cosmic power. It's allowing we are allowing its transformative energy to follow through us, and this energy can actually accelerate our spiritual growth, enhance our meditation practices, and deepen our connection with divine, with oneself, right? uh, so but the benefits are beyond meditation. I heard first time, on a YouTube, that when you place an object uh, in a pyramid, or simply just add put water in a pyramid, and there is something like we can infuse them with a potent energy, right? Water in particular is said to become revitalized and acquiring healing properties when you when you place them under a pyramid. I personally have experienced that, when my wife keeps fruits in the pyramid, a small pyramid that we have constructed in the kitchen area, versus when I place a fruit outside the pyramid. The fruits inside the pyramid, they definitely go bad, but they sustain for a longer time, right? Compared to the fruits that you put outside. I think that's something that everyone should experiment, and that is very important. Um, again, I was talking about the Egyptians, right? Egyptians understood the power of pyramids. They constructed these huge structures as tombs to their pharaohs, believing that their pyramids would aid their souls in their journey to the afterlife. See, most of the modern science may not fully comprehend to the mystical powers of pyramids, but multiple masters, countless individuals have experienced their transformative power. Whether you're drawn to the ancient wisdom of Egyptians, or simply seeking a deeper connection with the universe, pyramids, they offer a unique opportunity for spiritual exploration. So this is what I have understood, and that is one inspiration through my knowledge, or through what I hear from my family, or through what I hear from most of the masters, that I convinced it convinced me, whatever the universe is telling me in terms of knowledge. I'm 100% convinced to what I said just now, right? So there have been a lot of experiences, because everyone will come with a soul plan, and somewhere I have seen myself that pyramids were a part. Universe has been hinting me about pyramids from a long time, which I was not matured enough to understand that this is where this is going to be a part of my life journey or spiritual journey. uh, I started my meditation practices in the year recently, which is around 20 to 23. and I've been practicing meditation since then. Uh, Before that, I kind of, I visited Mexico. We all know Mexico, right? Mexico as a country, Mexico is known for a lot of activities, a lot of different aspects. But right now, I speak of Mexico, right? This is a country rich of history and culture. This is the home to some of the most impressive archaeological sites in the world. I don't know if any one of us have experienced it or not, but there are pyramids in Mexico. They're not just monuments, but they are like the living testaments that I have personally seen. Uh, these are the testaments to their spirituality, to their advanced knowledge of the civilizations that built them. I've seen, multiple pyramids. I visited multiple pyramids back in 2017 without the knowledge of spirituality. Maybe I've seen them just as a tourist, but thinking about them right now, my visit in those pyramids and the places, I feel a deep connection out there, right? For example, one of the pyramids that I visited, or there is a pyramid which is called City of Gods, Teotihuacan, which is like a couple of hours from the Mexico City. So it's a towering pyramid of sun and pyramid of moon. There is a pyramid of sun, there is a pyramid of moon, and they are considered among the largest pyramids in the world, right? One of the largest pyramids in the world. And these structures were not only places of worship, right? They believe that there are a lot of Spaniards, Aztecs, that they consider these places, these particular structures, these pyramids, the Sun Pyramid and Moon Pyramid, as worship places. But they were also they are also the astronomical centers for a lot of observations and a lot of it's like a societal complex for them. They've used this particular location. I heard about Chichen Itza. I heard about a lot of things. I personally, so there was a time where I was learning a lot about Mayan culture, Aztec culture. I was very much attracted to that. And as a part of it, I started visiting a lot of their ruins, their sites, right? Like I was talking about Teotihuacan, Palenque, and a lot of other sites. So there are pyramids in Mayan culture and there are pyramids in Aztec cultures. Both of them are advanced civilizations that humankind have known about, right? Along with a lot of other civilizations, of course. But my personal experience is even these two advanced civilizations, there is a clear impression that you find that the presence of pyramids was celebrated. The presence of pyramid was given a lot of importance within their structures. Now, when you go to these sites, you might find a lot of guides who are trying to connect you back to those stays, and they try to explain, okay, this is where the king palace is, this is where everything is, right? So I think it's very important. And how does it connect to us? Um, so most of us will believe in visions when we meditate. Most of us think them as thoughts. So this is my version of pyramids a day. So especially me, I'm born in a South Indian family who practices Hindu religions, and throughout the childhood and even now, if I want to really go have a peaceful time, where is a place that most of the South Indians or my friends and family would look at is we want to go to a pilgrimage. We want to go to a temple or a religious place or a spiritual place, and then uh, go sit there. And the only reason why we want to do there is you feel that positive energy. And again, that word energy comes out, right? That's a transformative energy that you look at. Now, a simple question. We all have prayer rooms at our house. We all have those puja mandirs, prayer rooms at our house. And we do have temples, mosques, churches in the locality, right? And also you have these pilgrim centers. Now, what is the difference between your pilgrimage, your or a particular spiritual place versus your local temple or local prayer place and the prayer house that you received, that you have built at your house? what is the difference? The difference is that the feel, the presence, or the energy that you feel at each of these places is different, right? You may not feel the same positive energy that you experience in a spiritual area versus what when you try to, do prayers or do your religious practices at home. And the only difference is energy. And it's all about why is that the pilgrimages have more energy, are more energy centers compared to your house, right? So think about it, right? So coming from a Hindu family, I look at every temple in a unique way, right? So the structure is defined. Most of the places, the structures are defined. Take a church, you take a mosque, you take a any spiritual place. There is a structure that is giving an importance to that, right? As soon as when you are going through any road, even in US these days, you see that structure, you'll identify it as a spiritual place. You know it is a place of worship. You know it is a place where you go and experience positive energies. Now, my question is, why can't you have the same energy locally in your place? Or why do you have to even step out of your house to experience those energies? Right? That's an important thing. And if you want to do that, the solution is pyramids. So the answer to that, there are multiple factors involving your spiritual, places, but structure is something that you can create. And I think pyramid is one structure which you can easily, when you have a certain guide and help to build a pyramid. There are a lot of masters who can help us build a pyramid, but when you practice spirituality through pyramids, the energies that we're talking about, you can raise similar energies at your home with the help of pyramids, right? That is how I feel convinced, and I started talking to people. I started talking to my friends and family and a lot of masters and telling them, if you want to experience that spirituality, that positive energy right at your home, and why not, you have to build a pyramid at your house. And when you build a pyramid at your house, there is a raise in energy, positive energy, and the intention is put to that particular pyramid. You are more focused, you are more intuitive in terms of your thought process. And there is a structure that is a structure that would, if you say, if you have a pyramid in one of the rooms, does not mean that the pyramid energizing just the room, right? It is energizing the entire area. That area may be your house, or maybe your community, or who knows, if you are really kind of doing good sadhana, and that pyramid may even energize the entire locality, right? There are a lot of masters who can give a testimony on that. Like we spoke about, we know Maharshi effect. If you do not know, we can always Google what is Maharshi effect, and there are a lot of testimonies as such, right? So so pyramids are there. We people who knows the value of pyramids or benefits of pyramids should take some extra time, start educating rest of the other fellow colleagues, friends, family, and I think it would help your spiritual growth too. So that's my understanding, a short version of how pyramids have impacted me by then, and how I'm connecting my dots. Back in 2015, when I visited all those places versus what I'm doing right now. And you spoke about the sorry, excuse me, but the pyramid connectors, right? So when I had this thought of building a pyramid at my house, it was not just me, right? My kids walked up to me and said that, Papa, we need a pyramid at home. And those were my initial days. They were like, okay, we can build a pyramid, maybe a 1 feet, 2 feet, or something like that. No, no, we need a big pyramid at home so that we can sit under it and meditate. Um, I asked them, we don't have place at home, and again, everything is surprising for me because they said we don't need a. They literally have compromised their toy room, the playroom. They said we don't need a playroom. We would want the pyramid to be built in the playroom, and I built a pyramid in the playroom. It took me a day, a 9 feet pyramid, 9 by 9 pyramid. I was still, thinking that, okay, if I build a 9 by 9 pyramid, 9 by 9 constitutes to 108, which is, a religious number for me. So I can connect both devotional and as well as the spiritual aspects to it, and I built it. So during this process, what I've understood is, if you have the right knowledge, you can build a pyramid, right? There are a lot of masters like Balakrishna Garu who has simplified on how you should build a pyramid, how you should ensure that the angle of 51.51.51 is made. And one important thing is building a pyramid is important, along with building it the right way is mandatory. It's not that you connect the dots, create a structure, and just leave it and expect the energy flow, right? So it is scientifically proven that when you build a pyramid, you build a pyramid to a certain angle, which would give you those benefits. And when I was building the pyramid in India, in US, what I've understood is everything is available, right? So you can get your copper rods, you can get your cutters, you can get everything. Uh, the choking point or the fireball is to obtain those connectors. And in the market right now, if you want to get connected, we all have connections in India whom we can talk to and say that, hey, I want to buy a pyramid connector, a copper connector, or any connector. Unfortunately, what happens is you spend 10 rupees or $10 for the connector, and you end up investing 20, 30 rupees just to ship them to from India to US. And similarly, if you want to buy connectors in US, the market is charging you around $200, $300, $350, or around that range, right? So I felt like, okay, if people who are connected spiritually and wanted to build a pyramid, uh, it is a hindrance, it is a constraint that you have to invest a lot of money, right? Then I thought, why can't we simplify it? That was the thought behind it. And a lot of masters helped me to come up with a very simplified way, which is a pyramid connector, which is 3D printed. I wouldn't say it as a plastic pyramid connector, but more like a particular composition of material that I used, PETG, that is more stronger than plastic, which is UV resistant. It means that you can use it indoors and outdoors as well, sustainable. You can build up to close to 8 to 10 feet of, it can hold up to 8 to 10 feet of copper rods. It is still a copper pyramid at your house with plastic connectors, and you have a proper angle with a copper capping at the top. It took a lot of time, but finally Balakrishna sir was able to, approve it, looking at how the connectors were, and is it giving the right angle? Are we able to build the right pyramid structure with that? This is just a start. So right now the connectors that I have are capable of holding half-inch pipes. Indoors, I have helped masters build their pyramids up to 10 feet, 8 feet. I myself have a lot of pyramids at my place right now, which I'm happily, able to utilize them. But so why is Patriji has already given us a way, right? You have Dhyana Jagat, Shakahara Jagat, and Pyramid Jagat. And I always tie back to this connectors would help support Pyramid Jagat as a slogan. And it is us who are going to promote pyramids because we have experienced the energies and the transformative, areas through pyramids. So it is us who are going to talk about these pyramids and pyramid connectors and enable more and more pyramids that would help us and rest of the world and the universe is what I think. That's as simple as I can put it. Any questions on that?
Yeah, great, Andy. Like, I would like to share my experience, like my experiments, like basically
Okay.
whatever you mentioned, the temples and all, right? So I I mean, I'm fond of pyramids. As soon as I would listen the pyramids, as soon as my spiritual awakening started, I connected to PSSM. I wanted the pyramid. So my husband built the with copper rods. So from then I started experimenting many things through my son, through my personal experience. So I would like to share, like whatever you mentioned, this pyramids in Giza, they all three pyramids align with Orion star systems. So their astronomy, so many science behind it. I like listen to all the Western podcast and research kind of thing. So and the temples, all of our ancient temples like North Indian temples, South Indian temples, and even our Gopuram like Shirdi Sai Baba temples, all those are built based on the Russian angle. I mean, that is 76.345, not just temples, old and ancient mosques, synagogues, all the structures like kings, all the we'll call anything, all those are based on the angle 76.345. That's called Russian angle. I mean, I don't know much about it, but Russians reinvented that. They named it as Russian angle. So what this Russian angle, this helps us to draw the in energy from earth core. Like that's why that's whenever we go to temples or any places, the churches where we feel positive energy, we feel healing energy, and this 51.51 this in Giza pyramid angle
Mm-hmm.
draws the energy from the cosmos.
Cosmos. Yes.
It will connect to other dimensions. Like whenever we meditate under it, like every master says, we all are from different parts of the universe. We call all from different galaxies, different star systems. So when we meditate under it, we are able to help receive energies are connected to our home planets and all. So yeah, this is my research.
I've seen a lot of Russian angle pyramids.
Mm.
During MMS, I was able to experience a Russian angle pyramid. I mean, as you said, our Gopurams and everything are already a testimony of it, right? Are already a replica of what we're talking about. I agree on that. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there is one guy called Charles Gies.
Hmm.
He researched and he wrote one book. I have this book actually. So he researched and he mentioned about this book. So I see this much. He put the world, all the pictures, like researched and put it in all this. These are all same, but they are all based on the ancient structures, based on this angle, Russian angle, even all of our temples. So I read this book and I followed sometime this guy.
Yeah,
So
it's the first time I'm learning that about Russian angles would get the energy from the earth.
Arthakor. Yeah,
Okay.
this I experimented with my son.
Mm.
Actually, based on like 2 years ago, during one of them, during Buddha Purnima time, I got intuition through meditation that I need to. That time I was more researching about this Russian angle. So I got the glimpses in my meditation that I need to install Russian angle inside the Giza pyramid angle. So
Mm.
just so immediately the connectors I ordered from eBay and the the pipes, those are plastic PVC pipes. My husband cut it based on the measurements and I installed that. Later, I experimented with my son. So we meditated for a couple of days. And when I asked what is the purpose of this, he said that.
Beautiful. And how is there any connection between Giza pyramid and Russian angle connecting together towards Merkaba or anything?
Yeah, yes, yes, yes. When we meditate inside that, he said, like how I mentioned, this Giza angle is draws the energy from the cosmos, and this Russian angle draws the energy from the Earth core. So when we sit in inside and meditate, we were able to like a transmitter. Through
Hmm.
us, the energy is flowing to cosmos and the inner earth core. And we were able to download the wisdom. Like in Mother Earth has from it has like history, right? All the ancient history and all, it is there in the earth core. And all the so we're able to receive the information or download, able to get the downloads from the past ancient wisdom and to cosmos. And we are as a transmitter, the energy will flow from both sides, like cosmos to earth core to cosmos.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's a good learning today.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, you never come to my home. So yeah, I have so many pyramids, different pyramids. I experiment and I did a lot of different structures like yeah, based on intuition, I do with the paper pyramids and with the sticks and all. This Merkaba is particularly about its combination of masculine and feminine. So
That's
same as Giza pyramid, only one the reverse angle will be there. So actually, if you talk about ancient past, right? So before us, it was a Atlantean civilization. Even before us, it's a before Atlantean civilization, it was a what is it? Lumerian.
Lumerians.
Yeah, yeah. In Lumerian, it was based on main feminine energy. Even that also did not work. It got collapsed. Later, Atlantean civilization, civilization was also like a highly advanced, whatever we are think now, but even highly advanced civilization. They used mainly crystal technology and all advanced technology, but that those are masculine energy. They have spiritual, but main kind of most of the masculine energy. So even that also did not work out long, so it got collapsed. Now, next golden age is where we need to balance both the masculine and feminine energies. So the for next golden age, now we are starting when now we are sowing the seeds or we are awakening. So for that, to balance that energies, we are building this Merkaba pyramids. And not just that, from last 19 days, all the masters shared their different perspectives, different learnings. Arun shared very beautifully, like this Merkava or Sri Chakra. I mean, in more angles, that will now, before Earth was in only fifth dimension, but it came down to 3D. But all the masters, mainly Patriji, wanted to ascend this Earth to even beyond, like seventh dimension, ninth dimension. For that, these pyramids will help. This will transmit, not just receiving the energies for us. So once we reach to certain frequency, we are able to emit that frequency to other galaxies, other dimension, other universes too. So it was all like for future. We are building this for future. Like
Well,
how Giza
mm,
pyramids were built for us, right? So those were built some people say before Atlantean civilization collapsed. Some people say even before that was there. It was from last 36,000 years it was built. But whatever it is, now we are exploring more about Giza pyramid, right? So just like that, this Merkaba pyramids for future generations.
understood. Understood.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Andy Sirishakaru. I think every time we talk, we have a meaningful conversation, like always.
Mhm. Thank you. Thank you so much for like whatever you're doing. And please also mention about the Ignite project also.
So, the project Ignite, PSSM Ignite, is the intention. What I felt is Patriji has worked 40 years to build this maturity within all of us, right? The PSSM is a movement. It is never an organization. There is no hierarchy in PSSM. It is about freedom. It's about you. It's about you how you explore it. Now, fast forward, we are living in an age where everything is getting digitized. There is a technical dependency on every aspect of life, right? So for the moment, what I've understood is we have seen a lot of growth. PMC has bought a lot of uh, growth in the moment for PSS. Most of us right now are directly or indirectly a part of PMC, being a part of YouTube community, and we got introduced to Patriji and the movement through YouTube videos, through PMC channels and everything. The next generation is more about it's going to get advanced, right? So For me, I I was never a photographer. I never had any intentions of learning photography or any technical aspects when I was in India. It just came to me when I moved to US, and for whatever journey that I went through, I've realized that I've acquired the skill of photography, videography, or any knowledge on digital marketing through my work life. There is a I want to put a reason for that, right? How do I enable it? It's not like you go to a training and you get a training certification and you hold the training certification at your house, but if you don't practice what you have learned, what's the use of it, right? We have a lot of such training certifications and at our house which we don't implement it. So I thought there should be there. I've seen a dependency, and I'm convinced that this skill that I've acquired is not just for me, but there is something that I can teach others too, right? So PSSM Ignite is a team. It's an intention where we will provide free trainings for free trainings related to pyramid making. That's the first thing. Free trainings related to photography, videography. You want to learn about live streaming techniques or YouTube or any digital marketing, especially Canva, posters, and how do you manage traffic on YouTube and rest of the things. So we have launched this platform on two aspects. One is to, you know, training is always exchange of knowledge. So we want to deliver those trainings so that we can learn more and we can upskill ourselves. And second thing is to spread meditation. So what we are saying is all of it. This is not just PSSM. Even though we are naming it as PSSM Ignite, this is for rest of the world. We want everyone to join us, meditate for 30 minutes. That's the fee that we are expecting. Meditate for 30 minutes and then continue with your training. So any session that we're going to take, we would expect them to all of us to meditate with us and then go through the trainings. Now, these trainings, for some people, it is profession, for some people, it is hobby, for some people, it is anything else. I know personally that this is a life skill in the current world. In especially in the US, you have a lot of H4s, L2s, or a lot of people, even though they are in their prime professional jobs, there is some bandwidth that you always possess. Maybe if you are planning to learn a new skill, this should be the skill that you learn and you can run it as a profession, run it as a personal hobby or anything, but it is going to help, right? And on the other side, it would also help me to spread meditation. So if I have 100 people and if I say 100 masters, please meditate, that 30 minutes is what I am benefiting through the group meditation, and the 1 hour is what they are benefiting through whatever the knowledge that we are sharing on those sessions. So PSSM Ignite is one training meditation, and through these, when we are connecting everyone to the cause for PSS movement, right? Now, when people are connected to the cause, like I am connected to the cause of PSS movement and spirituality, by default, people will opt for volunteering their skill as well. Now, when I identify those volunteers, I can route those volunteering back to PSS for any technical aspects in the events that we are doing. Today, if we are doing any event, we have meditators, we have organizers and everything. I see a lack of technical aspect towards the US side. So one is train, connect to the cause, and volunteers can help the movement also. That's the intention behind PSS movement. We have Canva classes are already in place. Aruna is hosting those Canva classes, and those classes started even before we thought of PSS Ignite. The next session, we are hosting a photography basics session on November 16th. This is a Everything is online. We are not recording these sessions, but everything is online through Zoom. Please register, know the basics of photography, and we're going to launch a 4 week course or a 8 week course where anyone who wants to upskill themselves in photography, they will complete the course, and by the end of the course, they will be able to handle a camera or learn or take a picture independently. And similarly, we'll have classes on videography, OBS, Canva, and a lot. It goes on.
Yeah, thank you so much, Naresh Garu, for whatever the service. So you are like, there is a dialogue in Telugu. Late గా ఎప్పుడు వచ్చాం కాదు బుల్లెట్ దిగిందా లేదా అని. So you came very recently, but you are doing so much of service for the PSS moment. Really wonderful.
Thank you.
Friends, anybody wants to talk? Anybody wants to share? Please unmute yourself and speak.
Thank you, Naresh. It was really a great discussion and enjoyed learning more about you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we are ran more time. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Naresh, once again. And thank you so much for whatever you are doing to take this moment digitally forward. Yeah, and all the service you and Arun are doing. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you all for joining today and sharing your experience. Tomorrow we will all meet with another wonderful